Trish Dave here with Dash Radio, and today we are in Detroit, Michigan at the Charles H. Wright African American Museum for the inaugural event of the Mogul Prep Academy, presented to you by the Sean Anderson Foundation. Welcome home.
Thank you.
How does it feel to have performed in front of a sold-out Joe Louis Arena?
Crazy. It feels insane. I used to ride past Joe Louis Arena basically all the time, every day, going to school down there. It's insane. It's such a major part of the city. Mm-hmm. The fact that I was able to do a big show like that there, on top of bringing out my idols, on top of bringing out my friends, having my family there, it was just awesome to give it all to charity, for it to all flow through the city to, the Sean Anderson Foundation, to help the kids, to help different schools, different programs. It's a true success. That's what I feel like success is. I didn't make $1 from it, but it feels more successful than ever,
You are very humble, just, in my years of knowing you, and we share a lot of the same friends. So you touched on this just now in your answer. You actually get to do what you love what you do, and you get to do it with your friends. I mean,
Yeah.
DJ Mo Beats, you
Yeah.
get to travel the world with your homies.
Yeah.
How special is that for you?
More special than I give it credit sometimes, one of my biggest challenges I face today is living in the moment. I think that it takes true talent to live in the moment and to recognize what you're really doing at all times, and we've been all over the world. I feel like this year we've been everywhere and back, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, you get to take your mother on the journey.
yeah, she comes to a lot of them. She's been to Australia, Africa, Dubai,
Japan.
south of France, Japan.
Yeah, and I just want to throw this out there, like in the city of Detroit, it can be so caged because, most people don't make it past 8 Mile or, Telegraph. And
Yeah, no, they
so
don't.
to travel the world, it's huge.
Yeah, major.
So the Sean Anderson Foundation obviously is your baby.
Mm-hmm.
What impact do you want it to have on the youth?
I just want them to get inspired by it and, buy into it mentally, That just gives you maybe a whole different perspective, on careers and be like, oh, what should I really be focusing on? I think that once they grasp that concept, that it'll rub off and inspire a group of leaders, a group in the community that is just righteous, has the right mindset, and is just ready to conquer, ready to boss up, ready to...
People think bossing up means bossing up on other people, but it really is bossing up on your old self, and, right?
Yeah,
and doing
man,
better.
Bossing up on your old self, and I just take it as being a boss and being, not necessarily, when I say a boss, I mean somebody who is happy, somebody who's doing what they love to do, something, got a career going on, ready to, take over. And that's what I want to inspire and live the life that they deserve.
Right. Everyone speaks a lot about your son, but they don't realize the backbone that you are in his career, his success. And what signs did you see in Sean when he was younger that may have predicted this potential success?
The signs I saw in him, when did you take that trip with Waldorf in the 8th grade? And you were on that TV show, and he was rapping. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a show we had here.
TRL.
Yeah, TRL.
It was called Much in Demand. It was in Canada. It was Canadian.
But they had some kids from the audience get up, and they had like a contest. And I know one of his friends.
Anyway, I had to rap on the concert. She goes to explain the whole story.
But anyway, yeah, it was really good.
So I had to rap on TV.
And as I said, he's always had this vision, and I'm so happy to see it come to fruition. He works at it, and he's very dedicated and devoted. So I'm very proud. I'm proud of the man he is. He's a kind, loving man. and I'm very proud.
So for the young boys and girls who go to sleep every night dreaming of being that chart-topping artist, performer, performing in front of, sold-out crowds all around the world, tell us your experience and viewpoint as a younger Sean, and what would you, Big Sean, today tell little Sean back in the day?
Basically, we just did this thing today called Mogul Prep, where we had a lot of people who work with me come up here and talk to the kids on behalf of my foundation about the jobs they do, you know what I mean? And, they were asked the same question, and the answers I thought were so good, from telling yourself to not take it so serious, that you not take your losses so serious, to know to be successful isn't to always win. To be successful is to go through wins and losses, but to be a better version of yourself, to get to a finish line, And another thing was you learn from your mistakes. You got to use them as teachers. That's one of the best pieces of advice that I think my publicist said that on the panel. And I just thought that was really good. And everybody was just dropping gems. But I would tell myself to not take things so serious, that, losses are a part of winning.
Yeah, the name of your studio that you teamed up with Adidas Originals, the Sean Anderson Studio of Infinite Possibilities is, being oneness, and just how special is that for you and what it's going to do for the children at your alma mater?
Well, I'm anxious to see what it does. It's definitely a new way of learning. But I think it's something that is powerful to see, because as things keep progressing, technology keeps growing and jobs keep growing. There are so many things you can learn in the studio, so many, from engineering to not just recording on the mic, but how to record, what it takes to record, how things work, so.
You may love music and you may think you're going to be a rapper or whatever. Most people are not. But there are other things you can do in the music industry.
If I would have been educated, enough on like what you can do in this music industry, how you can get money, how you can really boss up and get way more money than an artist sometimes, it's just like, I would have liked to have had that option. So this is what we, want to provide you guys with, ways you can get in this business, different aspects of the business, real money, real success, you know what I mean? I just feel like the fact that that's in the school and kids are going to be learning that is just a step forward, and more job opportunities and more passions being found. It takes it from being, honestly, coming up in Detroit, it was like, rapper, basketball player, football player. There's like 5 jobs I could name on my hand that, was in the mindset. But I think things like having a Sean Anderson Studio of Infinite Possibilities, shows them different ways that they can get involved and find new passions in music.
Yeah, I was down at Cass about a week and a half ago, and Mrs. Phillips, the Principal Phillips, said they are so excited. So we're starting an after-school program down there where it's going to really mimic a record thing where they're going to put together something and they're going to sell it to the students, and the students are going to have what they're calling Cass dollars or something, Cass cash, I think it was. So it's a whole program. So it's
I used to
really
get in trouble
exciting.
for selling my CDs for real cash.
Well, yeah.
But you're a
So that's
trailblazer
cool.
and you're paving the way,
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You're appreciated.
Thank you.
Just, God bless you. And
You too.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you.
Say what